Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All-Stars Season 1, Episode 20. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Molly and Tom confirmed that they are finally closing things off. Sophie and Josh also confirmed that they are closing things off. And Callum confirms to Georgia that he is closed off of her.
We've naturally just distanced, would you agree?
Yeah.
Carl, like, it's really difficult when there's someone that I've known for a long period of my life that's been there at times of need for me. That whole week when I was with you, was genuine feelings, I swear to you.
I mean, I want you to get on together and you want everything you want with each other, but for me, like, I could never.
Yeah.
This is why I love Callum. Like, I'm gonna have to follow him again. I unfollowed him because of the breakup. You know, I was very hurt that he and Molly were no longer together, but I'm gonna have to follow him again. The way that this man stands on business, yeah. Barring the 16 coochies post-breakup and then wanting to get back with his girl without explaining the fact that he did that, he is one of the more principled guys in this villa, and I love it so much. George is there like, I'm so shocked. Like, we really had a strong connection. And everything that I said to you in the moment when I was saying it to you, I felt it in that moment. Georgia, shut up. Go with your little man. What's his name? Toby. Okay, y'all are two peas in a pod. That relationship makes more sense than Callum. Callum could use a little bit of work based on how we saw the interactions with him and Molly at the beginning. But the more I saw Molly, the more I'm like, okay, they both, I don't know what's going on with them. He still is one of the more principled guys here. And so, yeah, I'm glad he's off of Georgia completely. Joanna is having a realization that Chris's humor might just be a little bit too much for her. I don't know where this revelation is coming from because Chris has always been this way.
You know, he thought through the speech. Again, it was just like sarcastic.
Yeah. If his energy is already grating on you now, imagine it a year down the line.
He's like had his hand on my leg but was going. I was like, that's not sexy. I was hoping like maybe there was a situation that it happened that he chose me so then I could easily explore it.
I wish you told me this earlier because I could have literally plotted this to Callum.
Girl, bye. My personal hypothesis is the fact that now that the game is over for her, Josh is no longer in the picture. She's not enticed by Chris. Chris was like this, ooh, I have a choice between two men. Who will I pick? However will I decide? Now the decision has been made for her. She's like, well, damn. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, girl. So she now wants to talk to Callum. Callum, based on how we have seen him, I don't think would be into the games that Joanna seems to like to play. And I didn't even know that Georgia and Joanna were close friends on the outside. I've been seeing some TikToks about it. You guys also talked about it last night on live. So the fact that Joanna has been moving the way that she has as of late makes complete sense. Also, the fact that she decides to confide in Arabella quite often makes a lot of sense as well. Arabella's like, oh, I could have orchestrated a whole thing with you and Callum. What? Aren't y'all the biggest women here? Y'all are the biggest women in this villa right now. And y'all want to engage in these childish games. Toby and Chris talk about being sad that Cass is gone. Honestly, we're all sad. Cass, all the best to you, girl. And Toby gives Chris his props because that was probably one of the more vulnerable speeches that he's had. Well, somebody has to go tell Joanna that because she doesn't think so.
I'm happy that you're choosing Joanna and you're saying how you feel in your own way that no one would really understand because they'll all see the jokes. But I think I saw past the jokes that not many people get. Not many people get, I promise you.
Not many people understand Chris's humor. Joanna is now one of those people as well. I do think that Chris was a lot more open in this speech. He was declaring his feelings more than I've seen him do so far in this season. But it still had a jokey undertone. Not even undertone. It was just a joke. He called her a creature, for crying out loud. And as a POC, that never sits well with me. Here's a little aside. This ain't got nothing to do with Love Island. I know somebody very close in my life who refers to their biracial baby as a critter. yeah, let's not let's not do stuff like that. So the whole creature thing, yeah, I wouldn't really have found it flattering, but for Chris, that's how he, you know, expresses himself. He tried to be vulnerable. It just didn't translate well. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Chris. 4 years ago, Callum was coupled up with Eve. 4 years later, he's now coupled up with Jess, and nothing has changed.
I might speak to Molly and just be like, because I hope it's like not awkward or anything. Do you think it is? Or?
Nah, it won't be. I was in bed with Eve, now I'm in bed with you.
No.
Best of both of us. You do look different though, the last time I seen you. I feel like you blossomed.
I've blossomed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you are 4 years older.
Callum is like, wow, you look different. You look like you've blossomed. Yeah. Anyways, the same way he felt back then is the same way he's gonna feel now. Like he don't like these girls. He don't like the twins. We spoke about it last night on live, and honestly, if you can hear the subtext of what I was saying, he's not gonna be into her. I'm so sorry. It's just not for Callum, okay? Eve this time around is onto Casey. I feel like Casey's gonna give her the runaround like he does every other girl, let's be honest. I don't think Casey is in a space in his life right now, again, off of assumptions, off of a show that we see that is very edited and meant for entertainment. I don't think Casey's in a season where he wants to take anybody seriously. Everything is just a lad's holiday. Everything is, hey, I'm here to have fun. Eve, I don't know what she's looking for, but if she's looking for seriousness, I don't know if Casey is your guy. Here we have Arabella. Arabella. She's so big, man. She's here. Oh, I'm so happy to be coupled up with you, Joe. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy.
I'm so angry at you for that speech. You literally got me fair and square, babe.
You're happy I chose you?
I feel like it'll be, yeah.
You were shaking when we sat down. No more being mean.
Do you know how you can make it up to me?
Go on.
Come here.
Damn. I knew this is why you brought me here.
Maybe he's a more chill guy and it really takes a lot for him to be very expressive, but I felt like Arabella was definitely more into this coupling than he was. Even in the bed, she was like, I'm so shocked that you picked me. He's like, I was always going to pick you. I don't know. Like, he just seems so nonchalant. And that works for some people. I mean, Arabella has already had a flirt dance with him before, so she knows what she's getting into. All right. In the morning debrief, we have Tom who says he's really serious about Molly. Poor me and poor Molly. I want better for her. I just don't see it for Tom. All right, but she likes it, so let's go with it. Josh jokes about being in love with Sophie. I'm like, okay, first of all, it was the wife thing. Now it's the love thing. Josh, what? Let me find out you're actually somebody serious, okay? You will have me gagged. Joe says that he's pleasantly surprised by Arabella and is happy to see her smile again. Casey said that he's happy that he got a kiss from Eve in bed. Jess says that it's early days with Callum. Can we consider this early days, though? You guys already tried this in the same villa 4 years ago. Well, it might have been in, I almost said Marrakesh. No. What's that place? Majorca. It might have been in Majorca, but still, a Love Island villa. I don't know if it's going to be a different outcome, sister. I think if he wasn't feeling it for you then, he's not going to feel it for you now. But hey, stranger things have happened. Toby and Georgia have their own solo debrief, and they are happy to be back on track. We also have Anton, who does this secret terrace picnic date for Georgia. If you ask me, I don't think she deserves it. I really don't. Georgia claims that the ick has gone. Georgia claims that, Anton is the type of person who she wants to be with. If she was to build a man, it basically would be Anton. Anton is her last resort. Georgia is as much of a bag as Arabella is. And so both women have found themselves at a loss of options. They're just going to cling on to whatever is available. For Georgia, that's Anton. But anyways, Joanna is also here with the secrets. She wants to get to know Callum on the low. It's not that low because Georgia is noticing it happening.
I feel like I am drawn to you, like, even when in a conversation, like, you probably won't even realise it because I
No,
hide it a lot.
I have actually not. I can do notice little things like that.
Yeah. And I just kind of feel like there's not that, like, spark.
Really?
And I, like, love to laugh and joke around all the time. He doesn't know how to switch it off.
Callum and Joe.
All right. Why?
I think they're chatting.
Are Georgia and Joanna not friends? Georgia literally has no loyalty to anybody. Why are you selling your friend out? Sure, I'm here for honesty and transparency, but why are you selling your friend out? And you could have had that conversation with just Toby. You're going to go and tell Chris about your girl cracking on with another guy? Madness. And also with Joanna. She came in claiming that she's more mature. She's looking for a mature relationship. She wants to settle down, whatever. How are you going to go for somebody mature if your own actions are immature? You don't even embody the qualities that you are saying that you're looking for in other people. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, let's move on. They get a private party in the evening. Craig David is performing, very nostalgic for Mr. Anton. And Wes comes back to the villa. I didn't watch his season, but somehow I did know the history between him and Arabella. So it was a little bit awkward for her, but he just came to perform and left. That was all. She said she actually likes his song. Whenever people put actually, I'm like, there's a little bit of shade, but that's okay. Anton is feeling very in his feels, okay? And he decides to declare his feelings for Georgia.
There's so many boxes that I was looking to be ticked. You tick them all. I think you know that there's no one that's going to walk through that door that's going to turn my head. Nothing could make it more special than making it exclusive with you.
I do.
I'm definitely going to sit in my hater bag when it comes to the Georgias. I don't think that they're at a level to be exclusive. I don't. There are other people. I would be able to rationalize Sophie and Josh being exclusive. Molly and Tom being exclusive. Georgia and Anton exclusive. And then he's like, if you'll have me. Why are you giving yourself to her? No, man. Anyways, child, all the while, we have Joanna who is struggling to let Chris know where things stand with her. She's telling everybody but him that basically she's gotten the ick of all his, she's gotten the ick because of his humor and stuff like that. Again, look at who she confides in. She confides in Georgia, Harrison, and she confides in Arabella. Chris seems to think that Arabella is not the one to confide in because she still has a little bit of a grudge for Chris. I don't know if there's a grudge there, but I did think it was interesting how she got upset at Chris basically saying the same thing Joanna is saying now, with the whole, I have to step back in order to get to know somebody else and not hurt the first person that I was getting to know. It's the same thing that Chris said. When Chris said it, she had an attitude. When Joanna's saying it, she's all for it. Interesting. Anyways, Joanna finally has a conversation with Chris, but Chris has already been picking up on the vibe shift.
What we have is good, but I think it's more that I just need to take a step back.
I feel like I said my speech and then there's just like a mood shift like instantly after it.
There's nothing wrong with your personality.
Well, maybe I'm just not compatible then. That's all right. I don't take it personally when you want to get to know Cal because you might be really right for Cal.
At the end of the day, Chris does have a personality that is an acquired taste. There's no doubt about that. I do feel like he deserves to be with somebody who understands his humor, who understands his personality. But even with all that being said, seeing that he wants something serious, he wants to settle down, he wants a long-term relationship, he's going to have to be more vulnerable. Using that protective layer of humor all the time is not conducive for a healthy long-term relationship. They don't know who you are, Chris. We don't know who you are. We've been watching you for a long time now. We don't know him. He's just always joking around. He's always trying to be the funny guy. And thankfully, it's not at the expense of anyone else. He tries to do it in favor of who he's talking to. But it doesn't translate as somebody who's trying to get deep, somebody who's trying to be vulnerable. I feel like I've seen him get more vulnerable with Arabella on their date than he has with Joanna this far. But he feels like this is the most vulnerable he's been. I think Chris is going to have to work on that. Again, it's not to say that he needs to dim down his humor. I think, whoever gets it, and whoever doesn't. But he has to be real with himself and realize that he's got to be more emotionally available. So, yeah, we'll see where things go. We didn't get a tomorrow night or anything, so we didn't, right? No, we didn't. So I guess we're just going to sit here and figure out what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't see anything else happening. Are they going to send more people? There's no way. There's no way they're sending more people. How? Who? I don't know. I guess we'll see. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.